Hi friends, Laura Kromzak here with the Disney Slowdown, and this is your 5-minute tip. I read something in one of the Facebook groups the other day, and it absolutely broke my heart. But this mama said that they'd taken their kids on the very first Disney trip, and she spent all of this money, and on the way home she bawled her eyes out, and I felt so bad for her. And it's not that they had a bad time, but there were definitely moments of this didn't go the way I planned it. And I feel like that's one of Disney's deep, dark secrets. Your children are not going to be magically transformed just because you drop them into the happiest place on earth. If your kids are jerks at home, they're going to be jerks at Disney too. They are kids. This is what they do. Why are we surprised? I just don't want that to happen to you. And it's real easy to have your expectations way up here when you're planning a Disney trip, and then your results are way down here because your kids are going to be your kids regardless of where you take them. So I have a few tips to help you hopefully avoid that mama meltdown at the end of your trip and burst into tears. My first tip for you is to set your budget and then see what fits in your budget. If you don't have the budget to stay on property and get the dining plan and book all these table service character meals, it's okay. If your kids are only going to eat chicken strips and fries and they want to see all the characters, you can do that in every single park. There are tons of characters all over every single park, and there are chicken strips everywhere. You do not have to pay $39 or more for kids to eat chicken strips. And if that is going to get your goat, then bypass table service. It's okay. Another thing that I would suggest is that you include your children in at least part of your plans. I know, Mom, you are watching all the videos and you're gathering up all the information and you're talking to all of your friends who tell you you've got to do this and you have to do this and you have to do that. But my word of caution is if your expectations are way up here, but your kids really just want to eat a Mickey bar, then you didn't have to spend all that money for all these extra experiences when they are perfectly content with something that's very nominal. I mean, as far as Disney goes. I had this experience when my children were learning how to ride their bikes. They were very late in the game of learning how to ride their bikes. And my oldest, I think she was in 3rd grade. And I was like, okay, it's time. Let's get this going. I said, sky's the limit. Whatever it is that's going to motivate you to finally learn how to ride your bike, we will do it. And I mean, I opened myself up to a huge array of very expensive things. And you know what she came back with? She just wanted to put fancy colors in her hair. Cost me $10. That was it. So ask your kids, what is it that you really want to do? And start there. I really do love DFB Guide. They do an ultimate guide to each of the parks at the beginning of the year. I have a playlist on my channel with their 2025 videos. Those are great to have everybody sit down and watch and see what are the kids attracted to. If you're not sure about them wanting to ride any of the rides, then don't invest in lightning lanes. Are they afraid of characters? Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. Like, seriously, just because it's Mickey Mouse doesn't mean it isn't scary for a little kid. If your kids don't like a lot of people, that's another consideration. You may not have an enjoyable time because there are tons of people all around Disney World. You're not going to be able to avoid them. A couple more things. If your kids do not adjust well to daylight savings and you don't live in the Eastern time zone, your trip may not go as planned. My kids never adjusted to daylight savings when they were toddler age, even early elementary. We were like, oh yay, fall back, we get to sleep in. Oh no, they're up at 6. If they're on a set schedule and they've got to take a nap in the afternoon, like, don't deprive them of that. If maybe they don't nap, but they fall asleep at 7 p.m. And guess what? Fireworks are at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. You have to take their schedule and what they're used to and their routine, and you are probably going to have to work within those boundaries. My kids didn't, well, 2 of my kids completely adjustable. The other 2 kids were not really adjustable. We had to live in those fences, and Disney does not magically transform them. I hope this is helpful for you. I hope you found value in this, and I really hope that you don't end up being one of those mamas who just blew the kids' inheritance on this once-in-a-lifetime Disney trip, and then on the drive home you're bawling your eyes out because your expectations did not meet reality. That's why I'm here. That's why I've got this channel going, because I want you to have a good time. I want you to slow down, savor the moments, try and avoid those meltdowns, and stay on budget. Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, send this video to a friend who's planning a Disney trip, and I'll see you on my next video.